Hi, Pal One. So let's get started on your reading. The first card you have is the Deception card. It says third party and false twin flames alert. The second card is be upset all you want. I'm not quitting on us. I'll fight anyone for you, but that's in reverse. The third card is you make the Grinches of the world want to be Care Bears, but that's in reverse. The fourth card is time to resurrect and redirect, time to collect your good fortune. That is in reverse. Fifth card is you've got book-smart wolves smiling from ear to ear. That is in reverse. Second row is the alchemy card. Phosphorus element needed for this level of alchemy. DNA, RNA, ATP. That is in reverse. Next card is your healing. Your love and healing abilities is not a game to this person. They want you off the market and in their arms. That is in reverse. Sometimes the best thing to do is close both eyes so that you can open a very important one. That is in reverse. Second to last card is a complete and total ending to this magician. No gender exclusions. No one involved is safe. That's in reverse. And the last card is rally and support no matter the skin color. That is in reverse. Pile one. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I would not wish this type of reading on my worst enemy. And I'm going to tell you why. For one, the third eye chakra is completely blocked. And the reason it is blocked is because of a deceptive third party or false twin energy around you. Now, I'm going to tell you what I saw in my mind's eye. I saw somebody trying to convince you that your partner was not a good fit for you. You were not a good fit for your partner. Okay? And that they would be the better option. And then as soon as you were to listen to this person and take this person's advice and allow yourself to be isolated from this person, and you turned back to see if they were still supporting the decisions that they told you to do, this person's mask fell completely all the way off. So somebody was waiting to see if you were going to listen. And once you listened, that's when they were going to drive in something. And I'm seeing someone stabbing another person in the back. So the reason this person was all in your ear about anything you came to them with, whether it was business, relationship, like goals, aspirations, is because this is a person that definitely wanted to isolate. And then once they got you alone, they thought it would be the best time to sabotage you. I also saw like a form of swiping energies or swapping out energies and energetic transfers. Now, I don't know if you did this to somebody and as an end result, your karma was this person trying to switch out or do an energetic transfer with you. But whatever this was, it almost worked. And I'm going to say that because it got to the point where, let's say this person put you up to be scapegoated, they would have gotten away with it if there was no such thing as divine intervention. Okay? So, there's also something I see here about background checks. So maybe somebody told you to check the background of this person, or somebody was feeding you false information. The reason why they were feeding you false information is because they wanted you to either remove yourself from your partner, break up with your partner, or just be alone. This person, whoever this person is, they do not like happy couples. They do not like prosperous relationships. That kind of stuff gives them the ick. Okay? So we're going to clarify this person. So spirit, continue on. That's good. I stare at your pictures all day. The best part of my life is you. That's in reverse. So whoever this person is, pile one, this is definitely somebody that does photo magic, or they watch a person or they wait to see a person to try to do some sort of, again, this person is heavily into energetic transfers. Heavily. So it's only because there's something, either they don't have a picture. This third party wants to remain hidden, but they can't. Either they don't have a picture of your person, or they try to get a good idea of what your person looked like, so this way they can target them. Like, this is somebody who it's nothing for this person to do beauty magic. You know what I mean? Like to try to make somebody feel unattractive or look unattractive to their partner, or to the person that they're in a relationship with. I feel like this person, there's a particular reason they wanted you alone. What's the reason for this? What is the reason this person wanted Pile One alone? The card that came out was your heart creates harmony for the lost. It's time to be seen so they can be found. They wanted you alone because they want, wow. Somebody wanted your good energy. It's like somebody wanted your heart to break your heart, or they wanted to get into your good graces so you can break the heart of another person, so that by the time they come to you, not only did they break your heart, or would they break your heart, they would it's like putting somebody up for auction spiritually. What is this? For some of you, it may be a family member. For others of you, it's somebody that you go to, or somebody that somebody that just appeared. It feels like someone who appeared out of nowhere after losing all contact and communication with you, and they want to catch up and they want to make things right and what have you. But it feels very sacrificial energy. It feels like lambs to the slaughter kind of energy. And I said lambs. So it's like wanting to sacrifice you and something else, or you and someone else. This person did not want to get found out. This is somebody who thought they would always be in the background, or always play background to in your ear, but it's like they're hiding from your partner. Let's see. You are meant to be seen. It's okay to step off your, G75. So no, this person is hidden. This person could not have they could currently be either unemployed at the moment, or they could be looking for some sort of financial assistance from you. I'm going to tell you something. If there is a similarity between this person and your partner, this person, let's say you have a partner, they decided they were going to look for work elsewhere and get back on their feet in X, Y, and Z, and do whatever they need to do to get in better standing. This person is coming in with the same kind of idea or identity of just trying to get back on my feet, but what's going on with you? I heard you're in a relationship X, Y, and Z. Something like that, right? But if you notice there is an uncanny similarity between this person and your actual physical partner, it's because of an energetic swapping. Now, I feel like the reason you're getting backlash for this is because at some point in time you fed into this energy, or you have allowed for this to happen by being in this person's presence. Okay? So let me see. Ooh. That's this person, either this person was coming to you at a point where you felt lost, or you felt like you didn't know what to do, and you thought you were getting sound advice because of the person. I don't know if you've known this person for years. I don't know if this person is a family, but you thought you were getting sound advice, and this has all been mere projections. They're waiting for you to come back and tell them information of, oh, did you break up, or are you not that person anymore, are you not this, are you not that? And then as soon as they get that information, they're gonna rip their mask right off. Yeah, so Legends and Icon alert came out. I mean, I'm not going to take these cards, but Legend and Icons alert came out. Do everything in your power to protect those eyes. Recognition and rewards came out. And transmute your hate and resentment into forgiveness. You're most welcome. But even when I picked up these cards and I asked if they were supposed to be upright, they all came in reverse. Like somebody was trying to cause a great level of sadness. Somebody wanted you completely isolated and alone. Oh, you don't have anybody? Oh, okay. It's okay. We can have each other, right? Come to this person. This person was going to put you down a real dark, slippery, hard to come out of road. Now, by the time you looked up, it's like I see somebody trying to look up and they're trying to recognize their reflection and they can't even do that. Do everything to protect those eyes, recognition, and reward. And this is all about protecting your third eye. That's why the first thing, before they got in your ear and they started talking to you about all sorts of things, the first thing they did was an energetic transfer. to you, and then the second thing they did was completely block your third eye, and that's when they started yapping about whatever was going on in your life. Okay. So I'm going to put these to the side here, and I'm going to move forward. So now we have be upset all you want. Is this the same person? No. All right, so hold on, pile one. Let me separate these cards. So let's see. So it's be upset all you want. I'm not quitting on us. I'll fight anyone for you. That's in reverse. Now, your healing and love abilities is not a game to this person. They want you off the market in their arms. That's in reverse. I feel like whoever this is, this could actually be your physical partner. It's like where they would have been fighting for the relationship or trying to make it work. They're now looking, it's like they're looking at pile one like, is this even worth it? Is this even healthy, right? Because it's like the smallest or the littlest inconvenience, this person wants to run, or they want to run back and tell somebody or whoever this third party is what happened. This third party goes, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing this. If anything, and you were listening to this person was trying to get you caught up in some of the worst ways. So now your actual partner is looking at you like, I don't even know if I want to make this work. So clarify these two cards. The card that came out was, the tampering of this divine union has angered the gods, and as fate would have it, wrath. You know what happens when you put yourself in a position to put two high-level soulmates up against each other, or to have them distance themselves from each other? You know what happens? People who tamper with divine unions, they have no idea what they're doing. They're just thinking they're physically keeping two people apart. But you have to understand that infinite intelligence, with all the laws that are involved, chose these two people to come together, right? And so when you're trying to cause stagnation, when you're trying to cause a delay, when you're trying to make them look at each other like, oh, you shouldn't be with them, they shouldn't be with you, what do you think infinite intelligence is going to do to you? You think you're just going to get a slap on the wrist and a don't do it again and love and light and go on your way? No. As God would have it, as fate would have it, wrath. This heart beats for you all over the world. When two people are destined to come together, it is because the vibration of those two people alone can shift the frequencies or put the frequencies back in order to what has to be in place, right? So I have a feeling that the reason pile one, or the person inquiring about pile one, is not completely off the hook is because at some point in time, they entertained this third party, whether the third party be advice or the third party be actually being intimate with another person. They actually entertained it. This is why they're not off the hook, or pile one, you're not off the hook. Because there's a reason you are in a relationship with a particular person and you're not in a relationship with a third party. So, okay. Because I literally see, right? If there was no divine intervention, if this person just kept listening to this third party, oh yeah, I should do this, I should do that, I should do this, I should come over and do this instead of be with, if they kept listening, this person would have lost their life. That's how I'm seeing it. Like, they would have lost their physical life, they would have lost their soul, they would have lost everything they worked so hard for. They would have lost it all for the sake of listening to somebody who was just waiting and waiting to see if the job was done, just so they can take off the false pretenses. Okay, so moving forward. What about the blocked third eye? Why is the third eye blocked for pile one? Why is pile one's third eye blocked? There's something about you did not. It's like knowing a person is not good, right? Or knowing they don't have the best intentions. And it's like, because you've known them for so long, you didn't put your defenses up. right? It's like having a friend that you know from time to time has stabbed you in the back. And just because it has been 5 years since you've seen this person, you're thinking to yourself, oh yeah, they've changed, they've grown up, they wouldn't stab me in the back. And then they stab you in the back. It's like, I don't know what. Because it's interesting to me, the level of you can look at somebody and you can see how you can take advantage of this person being naive or innocent, but you couldn't see this person waiting to stab you in the back because it's been a couple of years. That's weird to me. Okay, so let's see. Talk about Daniel and the Lion's Den. That came out in reverse. Somebody has forgot to pray for the protection from their enemies. And make no mistake, anybody could be an enemy. Anybody can take one look at you and say, hey, you know what? I want this person's X, Y, and Z, and that's it. And I'm just going to take it from them. Doesn't matter if it's a friend, and sometimes it could be even as close as a family member, even as close as blood. So somebody thought, oh, well, I don't have to ask for protection. This is so-and-so. I don't have to ask for protection. This is my former friend. This is my former lover. This is my brother. This is my sister. This is my mom. This is my dad. This is my cousin. This is my aunt. And they have left themselves spiritually unprotected to the point this person saw that this person, you, Power One, or the person you're inquiring about, was unprotected and said, this is the perfect time. Thank God for divine laws. So talk about Daniel and the Lion's Den. Clarify this. Time to back their attitude into a corner until they calm down. Yeah. Because the minute you open your eyes and you see what this person has been doing, guess what they're going to do? Like any person caught would do. They're going to get upset. It makes me think about the video I saw where this older woman, this old lady, stole this airport worker's charger. Everybody saw her steal the charger. And her excuse for stealing the charger was, you can't just leave it around somewhere because somebody can take it. Give back the charger. This is what the people were saying. This is what the worker was saying. Give back the charger. You have it, give it back. Oh, no, I don't have it. I put it's in my suitcase. I got this from my suitcase. And it was only because so many people were on this one woman, she gave it back. It shouldn't take that long, right? So, yes, they're going to get upset. Who are you to tell me the 1, 2, 3? Who are you to tell me that I can't have an input with how I feel? You were the one who came to me. You were the one who told me this was going on. You were the one who said this. I was merely trying to help you. No, they were not. And the only reason they're trying to save face now is because you did not give this person the time to rip their mask off. I don't want to close out the reading, because I still got more to go. But if I could, I would. Okay. So, a complete and total ending to this magician, no gender exclusions, no one is safe. Right? And I feel like the reason that is reversed is because, as I said, pile 1, whether it was word magic, speaking or saying something you should not have been doing, or whether it was trying to do an energetic transfer, there is something you did that not only, it was like, this looks like self-sabotage, right? Because it looks as though whatever trick you were trying to play on someone, or a transfer you were trying to do on somebody, let's say you wanted to transfer somebody else's good fortune, you wanted to transfer somebody else's life, you wanted to have somebody else's something. The universe saw that and said, oh no, we're going to set the record straight right now. And so I could also see this as you were looking at, because maybe this third party got you to a point, you were looking at your partner like, oh, they have to be doing something in the background. They have to be like doing some sort of spell work or manipulation, or there's something that they're doing, or they have to be cheating on you with someone. How come it takes them that long to get back to you? How come they don't respond to you? If I didn't have anything to do, if I didn't have like a job, or if I didn't have like errands to run, I'd get back to you. This person's not getting back to you. And you know how busy I am. It's something you agreed to. Because you looked at this person like, yeah, they were right and they were the best thing since sliced bread. And now the universe is coming down hard on you for that. Like, why didn't you just take a step back? Because sometimes we all have to do it. Take a step back before you think you can take something away from someone or be the reason somebody doesn't have this. Or maybe that's exactly what you were saying. Oh, I'm the reason this person has this anyway. And the third party agreed. I'm the reason this person can even live here anyway. Or even do this anyway. Or even have this kind of money anyway. And maybe this person agreed. Or maybe this was something that the person put in your ear. And you were just like, yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah. Something you did. It pissed off somebody, people in high places. And it pissed off the spiritual realm. I'm going to be completely honest with you. That one, and I don't even think it was one moment of vulnerability. I think this was happening through a certain amount of time. All these moments that added up, it got to the point you're in a situation where your partner doesn't even know if they want to make things work with you. You have pissed off people in high places, and the wrath of God, if it is not for your partner or the fact that you have a bigger purpose, the wrath of God would have been much more harsher. So, a complete and total ending to this magician. Let's clarify that. So, the card that came out was, transmute your hate and resentment into forgiveness. You are most welcome. So you got to admit the truth. And the truth is, you may in fact be angry with your partner. You feel like they are the reason certain things are happening in your life or certain things have happened in your life. They're the reason you're stressed. They're the reason you're going through X, Y, and Z. And you know what? The whole time, you know who's really the reason? Whoever's projecting this idea that your partner is the reason you're so stressed out. So, and a complete and total ending to this magician. No gender exclusions. No one involved is safe. Flipped upright. Transmute your hate and resentment into forgiveness. You know what? I don't think you hate your partner, but I think some part of you may have either a bit of animosity or you may envy. You may envy the way your partner moves. How can somebody move with such confidence and all these things have to be paid? All these things have to be done. All these things have to be, there are things that are not being said, but this person is moving with a level of faith and confidence that probably completely triggers the shit out of you. Triggers you. To the point you think you're filled with hate for this person. You may actually have, like I said, some animosity towards your partner. How could you ever think or walk or move in such a way? It's called faith. It's called stepping out in faith. It's called trusting the God within you. It's trusting the infinite intelligence to know exactly what you need, want, and desire. That's what it's called. Do you know how many naysayers came to your partner about you? Not just physically, energetically, spiritually. You know how many people said, no, this person's not a good fit. No. For every one person that was like, oh, I like your partner for you, there were 10, 20 other people like, goodness gracious, what on God's green earth are you doing with this person? Did that matter to your partner? No, shouldn't have. Did that make your partner look at you with a sense of hate and animosity of, how could you work like this? Didn't. Right? But somehow you wanted to intertwine this person or your partner with a third party, and you thought the third party would be the best option. And that third party is waiting. They're waiting for an it's over. They're waiting for, oh, it's no more. They're waiting. Because I'm telling you, the way this person is going to grin as that false mask falls off, if it is over, and you're going to see the true intentions of this person, if you did not already, it's going to be scary to you. But intuitively, you already knew this was going to happen. if you allowed it to happen. So, transmute the hate and resentment. One more. The secret admirer is in love and looking out for you. That's in reverse. Like I said, I wouldn't wish this pile on my worst enemy, because the amount of enemies you made agreeing with the third party or thinking you can disrespect your partner is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And you and your partner, they don't even have to know these people. You got people from the outside looking in with a general idea, or they get a general consensus, or probably from this third party, how you and your partner operate. And even though they're nodding and agreeing with you, secretly, they're just like, you don't deserve this person. But they'll flip it. They'll come to you and they'll say, oh, this person doesn't deserve you. But in the back of their mind, they're thinking, you don't deserve this person. So clarify, rally and support, no matter the skin color. That's in reverse. So dealing with a form of racism here in some way, shape, or form. And you got book smart wolves smiling from ear to ear. Now everything's opposite here. Okay? So they're not smiling. And they're not wolves. But somebody is upset. You got somebody upset at your actions because you're not going to support something. Maybe you get an inkling and you say to yourself, you know what? I feel like this third party is just trying to take everything and ruin my whole entire life. Let me just move forward. And they go from saying, oh yeah, don't worry, you're doing the right decision. What? What do you mean you're not going to follow us? What do you mean you're not going to listen to our advice? Oh yeah, and they're going to get upset. They're going to get cheeky about it too. I see a lot of racism in here. Let's talk about this. You are irresistible and charming. Use it to your advantage. Power 1, that must be your saving grace. And then I'm seeing sorry. That must be your saving grace somewhere. So it's like learning. This has experience. Power 1 has taught you that there are some people you support, there are some people you take heed their advice, and there are others you just don't. If I'm taking advice from a friend and I realize every time I get around that friend, it just seems like my whole life is just up in flames and chaotic, and Elmo would have nothing on me, the level of flames that I'm in, I gotta ask myself if that's a real friend. There's no way. Because you know what? Friends make you better. They don't bring you down. If every time I come to a family member and I come to a family member about relationship advice and that relationship ends before it could even take off of the ground, I got to question whether that family member should know my business. Pay attention, Pile 1. That's your reading. Hey, Pile 2. Okay, so let's get started on your reading. The first card is, in order to know who did it, you have to follow the money. This is a power move. Second card is billionaire bars. Third card is experience is life-saving. Talk about 24 minutes, but that's in reverse. So not needing to be in fight or flight, okay? Even the most dangerous tiger has a soft spot for his tigers. And then you have a decision-maker card that says they are so in love with you and actually want to admit it. The next card is I regret the things that I said to you. Can you ever forgive me? And this is under, in order to know who did it, follow the money. This is a power move. So whatever you're inquiring about in regards to money, like this person who did it is a decision maker. Like they make the, I don't want to say the final decisions, but you come to this person before the decisions are made final. They did it. Okay. In this circumstance, it's your heart that can overpower harsh logic. Okay. And then you have the Theseus card that says obstacle after obstacle. The only thing you can control is yourself. That's in reverse. So all obstacles are removed. And controlling yourself, I'm going to see this as you're going with the flow. Okay? The ninth card is lovers must lie to protect you from the ones they laid down with. And the last card is everyone is rich until you put that paper underwater and those deeds in some fire. Okay. So speaking of fire, pile two. Spiritually, I got like a very intuitive person. And this person is chosen to like, fire watchers. You see how they have to go to like great heights. They got to go up flights and flights and flights and flights of stairs, right? And it takes a while, but once they get all the way to the top, their goal is to watch for any fires, potential fires, watch for any smoke. It's like on a spiritual level, you've been chosen to be the fire watcher. So before the spiritual fires get out of hand, you can detect it by seeing the spiritual smoke, that everything. It's like the gifts and the abilities that you have. It was pretty amazing how I saw it. I was like, wow, this person can do all of this spiritually. So, okay, let's see here. Let's get started on your read. So some money move was a power move, and I'm trying to figure out why. Was this to put you in a position like a bit of a pickle, or was this to let you know that you were chosen, right? Because I'm definitely seeing like an elite group choosing you, and it's because of your warm approach. There's something about a warm and welcoming approach. Somebody has chosen you to do, like an elite or elitist have chosen you to do this particular job because you do it so well. Okay, so let's talk about this. And this could be spiritually, this could be physically, This could be using your spiritual abilities on a physical playing field. So let's talk about these cards here. I regret the things I said to you. Can you ever forgive me? So somebody could have said something in regards to, like, maybe you were supposed to manage their finances, or you were supposed to manage like certain, like you had a budget for something, and maybe they told you that you weren't managing the budget very well. But you know what I'm seeing this as? Let's say, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm not going to go into like hundreds and thousands of dollars, right? But let's say, for instance, you have somebody that's above you, and they come to you and they say, okay, your budget for the month is $50. Okay, you have a budget of $50, spend it wisely. Okay, no problem. But unbeknownst to you, it's like right as you're going to spend this $50 budget, they take $20 out. So you're left with $30, unbeknownst to you. So by the time the reports or the statements come back, it looks like, how come you spent $20 over? How come you spent, you were over budget? What happened here? And it's just like, well, I'm following the budget, right? And you are. But there's something where you need to remove yourself from the situation, or remove yourself from a certain aspect of what you do, whether it could be budgeting, like I want to say accounting rather than budgeting, right? But let's say you have a budget and you tell the person like, hey, can you actually put this person on? Because let's say you have to have an appointment, right? Or you have to do certain appointments, or you have to go on vacation, something like that. But give yourself leeway to stand back and out of the way so you can see the broader view of what's going on. Because I feel like somebody's trying to underhand you, but they're trying to do it in a very subtle way. So let's clarify this. They're trying to do it in a way where nobody else notices but you. It's like you notice it. Like, you have a budget, and it's just like, as soon as you go to spend this budget, it's like, now you're $20 over, or now you're $200 over. Like, what's happening? Something is definitely happening. Okay, so clarify this card. So the card that came out was Fate over Illusions and Visions over Fear. Boy who dreamt and saved school and the bomber. Love the story. And this is all about following intuitive guidance, right? So for those who are not familiar with the story, I'm just going to explain it because I always explain the story, but I love it. Okay, so anywho, so this boy has a dream, right? The night before he has to go to school, that he goes to the school and he sees another boy with a bomb attached to him, and he starts fighting this boy in front of the school. Now, he has this vivid dream, okay? So he wakes up in the middle of the morning, and The first thing he asked is, God, am I going to die? Okay, this boy was 15 years old, so 15 can be significant. So he was like, am I going to die? And he said God never answered. Okay. And then he said he approached the school the next morning and it was just like in his dream. But he said it looked as if the boy had been waiting for him. Like he looked at him like he knew he was going to show up. So he tells the boy, look, you don't have to do this. You don't have to like blow up the school. You don't have to hurt innocent people. Boy charges at him. They start to fight exactly like in his dream. Now, in the process of him fighting this boy, word gets out, two boys are fighting, but one of the boys that he's fighting with has a bomb attached to him. So, boom, police get called, SWAT gets called, everybody who is necessary gets called. Not only did the boy stop the school from being bombed, he also saved the bomber because the people were able to get to the little boy in time to detach that bomb from him, right? Now, and I read all of this in a newspaper, okay? So I was 15. I don't know if the boy was 15, but I was 15. And I read this in a newspaper and I was in the library of my high school. And as I was reading the paper, the journalist asked him, the journalist said, were you afraid? He said, of course I was scared. He said, but I was more afraid not responding to the dream or not responding to the vision than actually responding to it. So I say that to say, like, that is the level of power spiritually that I'm getting from this pile. And it is also the level of like certainty, like you are chosen, right? That boy was chosen because even though he had that dream, he asked that question to God. He did not get an answer. He fought that bomber, not knowing if he was going to live or die. And that takes a level of bravery, you know? So for here, I'm saying what you're about to do is going to require a level of bravery. But the second you do it, it's like everything that is supposed to be unraveled with you taking a step back, not only does it get exposed, but now you have elite groups looking at you with the understanding of it couldn't possibly be pile 2 because pile 2 was brave enough to do this. Pile 2 had the humility and the integrity to step back and go with the flow. There's something here about that. And I feel like that is why you're chosen from people in very high places. Okay. So let's talk about experience is life-saving. Talk about 24 minutes. So, but that's in reverse, right? So the need to not be in fight or flight. So it's like, do not fear for what appears to be an obstacle because the obstacle is already removed. It's like walking into a room, right? And I, I always use this as an example. But it's like walking into a room and somebody is trying to cause a blockage for you, and sitting right next to you or one of your allies is Ganesh, which is the remover of obstacles, right? The god who removes all obstacles. So I don't know if you're into Hinduism, but there is something in regards to that, and it made me think about Diwali that's coming up on the 20th of October. It's like lighting the candle to like as a symbolism that light will always overpower the darkness. I feel like proud too, you are that light, you know? And you'll always, like, no matter what, no matter who's trying to do what they're trying to do or how they're trying to do it, like, you will, your level of light and expertise will always overpower any form of darkness. And I think that's what makes you so incredibly special. Okay, so let's see. Let's talk about this. Okay, talk about Esther. Okay. All right. So, Esther, we all know. I mean, not, maybe we don't all know, but Esther from the Bible, right? It was because of her beauty, her wits, and the favor that she had with the king that she was able to stop Haman and a whole race of her people from being completely wiped out, right? She was able to stop a mass genocide. But she had to do this cleverly, and she had to get to the point she was close enough. But there are many moments of Esther, right, where she strategizes and she utilizes everything in her possession and able to get the message not only to the people but to the king, right, about the corruption that's going on. Part 2, I feel like you have the ability to target the corruption and do it in such a way where everything is to your advantage. Not just aesthetically, because, Esther was very beautiful, right? But not just your beauty, but it's like your love for the people, your love for justice, your love to help people understand. I think that's what makes this, or that's what makes you and your experiences, like, no matter what, no matter who tries to come up against you, or if somebody's trying to come up against another person, you have the grace and the poise and the beauty and the wits and the intelligence to like shut anything down. There's a group, it's like you see through all the illusions, right? And there's a group that wants you to know, whether you know about this group or not, they want you to know this is why they chose you. They chose you because of your heart. They chose you because of what your level of bravery, your fearlessness. They chose you because you are a very strategic person. Like, elites have chosen you for this particular reason. Like, for all the right reasons, that's why you're chosen. Okay. And so, and also your level of compassion, right? So when I think about Esther, I think about this idea where to have such an influence that you can tell a race of people fast for 3 days, right? And then you can take it technical, but you can also take it from a spiritual sense. Fast for 3 days, don't eat or drink, or fast to this idea that you have to be taken out because of who you are. Fast to the idea that you have to be, you have to remain hidden because you're a light that's like people don't want the world to see. Like, fast to this idea of not being your best possible self because somebody wants to dim your light. It's like you make a mass of people believe that in themselves, and believe in the light that's within them. So, and you have saved quite a few people from either the spiritual fires somebody has tried to put on them. You've saved people from spiritual bombers, right? Because I'm seeing all of this as like spiritual warfare. You have saved a lot of people from spiritual warfare. And you have elitists looking at you like, yeah, if we could choose anyone, it's definitely going to be Paltu. So listen. So even the most dangerous tiger has a soft spot for his tigers. And they're so in love with you and actually want to admit it. This is unconditional love, right? And I also see the fact that lovers must lie to protect you. Somebody is protecting you from like an ex, or it could be like an ex-partner, ex-friends, family members they no longer talk to. Or somebody's protecting you from parts of the world that are just like, they're not so nice for people who are good at what they do. But they're protecting you from that. It's like they're protecting you from the many dangerous sides of like the world. Not saying you don't know how to protect yourself, but this person that loves you so much is protecting you from any harm they know possible, or any harm that it's within their power to protect you. Aww. So now, the card that came out was this: love and union inspired the heavens and moved spiritual mountains, right? But as I was shuffling, right as this card came out, it flew to the very first card about the very first clarification card about removing yourself from the equation, right? So you have to remove yourself from a fight that's not yours, but somebody wants to make it your fight, or a blame that's not yours, but somebody wants to blame you. You have to like step back, right? And so in stepping back from this also inspires your love interest to protect you even more. This also inspires the person, your divine counterpart, to look out for you even more, to make sure you're absolutely fine, right? It's like somebody is trying to make sure that no harm comes your way. You could be in the middle of a spiritual war zone, right? And you're doing everything in your power to do to help humanity, or to help a person, or to help a team of people. And it's like you have people that know you're in the middle of a war zone, and they have created this bubble or this shield around you so that you can do exactly what you're meant to do and you don't get hurt. And that's what this partner is also doing for you. They're so in love with you and actually want to admit it. Can you clarify this? Okay. So the love card came out, and the love card says, there isn't a time lapse. This person won't follow you. This person has known you for many, 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 many lifetimes. And they choose you, and they're always going to choose you. It's not a matter of, oh, well, I have these options. It doesn't matter. You can give them what people would consider to be the best options in the world. You are always going to be the best option in the world to them. The only option in the world to them. Okay? So, let's see. In a world full of birds, be the eagle, stay sharp and listen. But that's in reverse. So whoever this person was that was trying to set you up and tell you that, oh, you're always over budget, or how come you did this, or you spent too much money. You have an elitist group that got word this person was trying to do this to you, right? And so when they stepped in, it was like they are seeing that to come against you, they saw it as temporary gain and recognition of, oh yeah, that's why I'm doing the job better. But it's worse. It's worse for them because the minute you step back, people saw how they were trying to make you look bad in like so many ways, especially when it came to budgeting. Like somebody wanted your position, it seems like. And at the same time, they were looking at the situation at a surface level, like they could catch you with like little knickknacks. I was hearing. You start from a standpoint of, okay, if I look at this from a higher perspective and remove myself from the situation, it's going to be more beneficial for me. And that's exactly what you did. I hope you know, like, there is something that feels like a secret nomination. Like, there are higher ups that secretly nominated you and you won. Like, whatever this is, you won it. Okay, close out the reading. Or somebody had put you up for promotion, and this can also be spiritual promotion too, but I got to look at this from a like surface level also. Somebody put you up for a physical promotion unbeknownst to you, and it's like you're getting the promotion. But whatever this is, whatever this setup is, you have to step away from it first. Like you have to remove yourself from the situation, and then when you come back, you're in a much better standing, in a higher position than whoever this person is. Because I definitely get like setup energy. So close out the read. If I wasn't who I am, would you still love me? Can you accept my dark past? That's what somebody wants to know. Specifically an elitist. Like I'm seeing an elite person, right? They want to know, like, if they didn't have all the money, somebody could be a billionaire also. If they didn't have the money, if they didn't have the success, if they didn't have the clout, it's like if they had nothing but a dark past, could you still see them? Would you still be able to see them as the king? Because it paired up next to Esther. Would you still be able to see them as somebody who's worthy of recognition, or somebody who's worthy of praise, or somebody who's worthy of respect? And the thing is, yes, because you know everybody has to go through their journey to becoming the best version of themselves. And I feel like that's why this person is so in love with you. Whoever this person is. And I have a feeling like whoever this person is, it's like you have a person that has admitted that they have great admiration for you, but then you also have a person who actually wants to tell you, like, they really love you, like you know? Two more cards. Yeah, soul of element required. It's like when you do something, you do it with your whole soul, you know? And I say that to say, you don't do it with a half heart. You don't do it because, maybe I might do this today, maybe I might not. Like, no, you do it with mind, body, and soul, everything intact, aligned, and you're just like, I'm going to give it my all. And you do this fearlessly, you know? This is such a beautiful read. It's like, it's inspiring. Quality over quantity, third parties and misinformation, relationship setups and traps. Yeah, and this is going on top of, what card is this? This love union inspired the heavens and moved spiritual mountains. Yeah, so you could look at it from a standpoint of somebody wants your person, or somebody is trying to set your person up. Like they want to be with your person and they don't want you to be with that person. I definitely feel like this is an ex. Like somebody's ex is just like, they don't want your person, your now person, or the person you will meet to be with you, to fall in love with you, that's too late. This person's already in love with you. And this person's very powerful in a dangerous way. They don't care. They're already in love with you, right? I see this person trying to it's like they're protecting you, but if they have to go to war with their ex-partners just to make sure that you're protected or just to make sure that you're safe, I see this person doing that. It's like putting somebody in their face. Like, look, you're the past for a reason. I want to be with this person in the present for a reason. You know? This person will shut down everything. It's like they'll shut down all the rumors. Oh, well, you know, so-and-so, pile 2 is this, and they did that, and you know they had a past of, they'll shut it all down. It's like this person, if only you knew the level to which this person protects you, pile 2, you would definitely accept everything who they are, but you would look at them with like a new pair of eyes, you know? Like, wow, this person was just looking out for me the whole time. They really were. Whoever this love interest is, they really are. Okay. And the last card is, you control my tempo and you can run my show, musician in love. Yeah. So for some of you, it's a musician also. There's something about fire. There's something about, you know, somebody could be in heat or something. And then the bottom of the deck, it's, I'll shut the world down to find you. I love you more than you'll ever know. Pile 2, like, whoa. This all started with you doing what you love to do, turning it in. I don't know why I wanted to say turkin or turkey, right? But turning it into like a career path or a business, and it's like taking off and soaring. And then I can also see this as somebody is looking for you. Somebody is looking for you in the physical realm. I don't see this as to be a detriment to you, but I see this as to like, it could be gifting of a new home. Somebody wants to furnish a home for you or give you something. There's something in regards to home or a deed or deeds. Somebody may want to invest in some property for you. They may want to give you like a space for you, right? Like an office space, or they may want to invest in that or add more to that. Somebody wants to continuously add more to you. Whatever's going to make you happier, whatever is going to make you the best version of yourself, or give you incentive to just keep living life fearlessly. All right, Pile 2, that's your reading. Hey, Pile 3, last but not least. Let's get started on the reading. So, the first card is, you have completely changed this person's life for the better and they want to thank you in person. Second card is, my heart chakra has been closed for a while. I was not expecting this. Give me a moment. That's in reverse. The third card is, a lot of conspirators, but it's the quote-unquote nobody that knows exactly what happened. Mastermind, but that's in reverse. So, nobody to somebody, Pile 3, right? A nobody is always somebody to somebody, right? But whereas people were looking at you like, oh, this person's just a nobody. No, it's like you're somebody to these, you're somebody to someone now, like in a really great way. Okay, what you saw needs to be talked about. There is trauma residing in your body because you need to speak up. That's in reverse. So I feel like you have officially grieved something, and they miss the late nights and the long deep talks. That's in reverse. And then for the second row, you have science versus spirituality, logic versus faith versus fate. And then you have person has a lot of options. That's in reverse. And then you have you are the light in the dark. Yeah, babe, it's a yes. And the ninth card is new team, new spouse, new life, everything new, clean slate, and history dates. And the last card is, if only you knew the level to which this person admires you, you have no idea. Okay. So, Pile 3, there's somebody definitely watching from afar. The reason why they miss you, they miss the late nights and deep talks, is reverse, is because you have not officially met whoever this is yet. There's someone who has been watching you. I don't think they're close proximity. Like, this is not like next door neighbor energy, right? This is not like neighboring energy. This is somebody watching from a distance, okay? And it's like they They are admiring you, like the card says, but I feel like they want to get to the part or the point in your life where it's like they can call you, you can call them, and you can just talk for hours about everything. Now, let's start from the beginning of your read, right? Yeah, completely change this person for the better, and they want to thank you in person. Okay, so you have changed the way this person thinks, logically, spiritually, and they know, like, where they once believed in, oh, cause and effect, right? Somebody feels like meeting you was fated to happen, and there's something about restoring their faith. You have restored their faith. Could be in humanity. You have restored their faith in religion. You have restored their faith in just as an individual. You have restored the trust they have within themselves. There is something you have done specifically that made, it's like you turned this person's world upside down, but in all the best ways possible. All right, so let's clarify this. Whoop. Okay, so the card that came out, oh, I'm not supposed to take it. Okay, watch out, because it practically fell. I was just like, wait. And if it's meant to come out, guys, it'll come out again. Let me see. Clarify this one. All right. So we have the typical owl, true owl card, which is like a pink card with a whole bunch of owls within an owl, within an owl, and then an owl over all those owls. Okay. It says rewrite the story, alter the past, and quantum jump. Yeah. So this lets me know that you're transitioning into a better timeline, your desired reality, right? What does your desired reality look like? Who do you want around you? Who do you want to be with? What's your day-to-day consist of? It's like putting in the details of that and then just like surrendering it, right? And it makes me think about Neville Goddard when he goes, if you want something or you put yourself in the position to just want something, it's always going to be a resistance, right? But the minute you surrender to this idea that you are what you want already before even having it, it'll just flow to you. Right? So there's something about that. It's like you think about all the details of your desired reality, who you want around you. And excuse me, there's an emphasis or there's a need for me to tell you, focus on what you want as opposed to what you don't want. Don't say, I don't want this person around me, because the person you don't want around you is going to be around you, right? Focus on what you want. I want this. This is the type of lifestyle I want. This is the type of day-to-day that I want. This is the group that I want around me. I want, this person or these kind of people. Just focus on that. Focus purely on the wants, okay? And I feel like it's going to manifest, and you're going to manifest a reality that works a lot better for you. Okay, so let's see. So rewrite the past. Rewrite and alter the past. I can see this also from the perspective of, for this person, you have allowed them to go back in time and just fix parts of themselves or do like a past revision, a past life revision. And this has allowed them to move forward. And they've done, for some, I see this person doing this past life revision or doing this past revision so that this way they can be aligned into your desired reality. Like they want to be a part of your reality. That's so sweet. There's something about jump. Like jump, like they're going to leap. This is like taking a leap of faith. For some reason, I'm picking up Assassin's Creed. And I'm picking up like there's somebody who could be Italian. I feel like there's an Italian man, right? What was his name? Wasn't it Fabrizio or Fabio or something like that? Not from Assassin's Creed. I was thinking about Fabrizio. Then it went into something else. I'm so sorry. But there could be an Italian man watching you. And this is like this man, I'm so sorry guys, I'm blushing. But this man is like very attractive. And I see this man watching you, okay? Somebody knows you, or somebody could know you from a timeline where you guys both lived, or a time lapse where you both lived in Italy. Okay, so let's see. Give me one more card. So if ever you find yourself, like let's say, oh man, this card, of all the cards, this is beautiful. Okay, sorry. If ever you find yourself like wanting to visit Italy or you'll walk down the street and you'll hear certain words or phrases that are Italian, or I feel like it's this person trying to communicate with you. And I also feel like it's like a past remembrance. It's like somebody's trying to, or you, either this person or you yourself is trying to tell you to remember about the love that you've had in this timeline or this past life or something. It's really beautiful. So the card that came out was, it only took one kiss, one hug, one smile, one moment, and now they are in love with you. Yeah. And then I like the card, the way it's situated, it says you have completely changed this son's life. So PER is out of the picture. So this is somebody's son. You have changed their life for the better, and it's just like they want you in their world. They hope to be a part of your desired reality. And you know, Italian men are very passionate, right? So let's see. So talk about, person has a lot of options in reverse, and my heart chakra has been closed. It's like their heart has always been open, and the only option that they have is you. This feels similar to Pao too, but it's like it's like, I only wanna, what's that song? No matter what I do, I only wanna be with you. It's like that song. It's like this person only wants to be with you. There's something about a hug. It's like somebody knows that you give the best hugs, or somebody knows that your hugs are like so heartfelt, they're so warm. This person is so in awe of you. Pile 3. Okay. The book of Job, God asked where Job was when he was creating. Okay, so you could have experienced a tower moment in your life to the point you thought like God, why is this happening? Like if I'm supposed to do this, or if I'm supposed to be with this person, or if I'm supposed to live this kind of lifestyle, like why? Like why would you take this person away from me? Why would you cause a distance? Why would you cause a separation? Right? But it's like, when you think about what happened to Job, he got everything taken away from him just to have everything that was taken away multiplied and more, right? By the end of the story. And I'm not saying that you have to wait until the end of your story to get back double, but I'm saying this situation, this distance, this tower, it had to happen in order for you to align with your desired reality, and in such a way where the desired reality of your heart's desires is also aligned with this person's desired reality, because you are this person's world. Okay? You may not know it, because I don't feel like you know this person yet. I feel like this person watches you, but to this person, you're everything. Okay? And so it may be something where you had to separate, and that separation gave you a moment of reflection. And maybe there are things you have discovered about yourself and others in the process, right? So in hindsight, yes, it was a physical separation, but it was also a moment for you to do everything that needed to be done. Because like I said, I definitely do see grieving here. I feel like you have come to terms with the fact that somebody is gone, you know, and that could be a relative, or it could be like a certain relationship that you valued very much, and it's just like, man, you know. But excuse me, I feel like if this person was around you, or this person was, you know, a phone call away, or you guys were talking for hours, it wouldn't have allowed you to have that moment of, okay, this is how I feel, right? Like talking to your higher self, and you're just like, this is how I feel. And as you're explaining everything that you're feeling, you release all these emotions that you did not know were still bottled inside, right? So what appeared to be a distance or fight, a disagreement, was also giving you time to just grieve. Just let the past go. Realize that whatever has happened in the past that seemed like torturous, or I wanted to say like tormenting. Like for somebody has had like a tormenting past, right? And it's just like, because of this distance, you finally allowed yourself to reflect and just grieve, because there was a pattern you were missing. But you started to see like, wait a minute, there's a similar pattern in this situation and how I'm treated and so what's really going on? And once you saw the pattern, it allowed you, mind, body, and soul, to just express everything you were feeling to your higher self, to the God within you. And it's just like, now that you were able to talk to your body about what happened, or now that you were able to talk about that loss or that heartache, it's like your body released everything it needed to. It's like, finally, right? It's like a sense of like surrender, but surrendering for all the right reasons, you know. So let's see. You are the light in the dark. Yeah, babe. See, that's. I hate when we fight. Can we make this right again? Okay. So this is a decision-making card that came out. Yeah, because this feels to me like disagreement energy. Like, and where you probably thought to yourself, oh, it's just a minor disagreement. It's fine. Your body was like, no, it's not fine. I'm not okay with what just happened. Right? And it's like your body started to respond to or react with trauma responses. And it's just like, I'm not fine. Like, I don't feel safe. I don't feel protected. Please distance me from this person, or please remove me from this situation. And it's like, as soon as you did, it's just like, all right, you allowed your body to like calm down energetically, and your body just expressed everything, you know? So it's like, where this person just saw it as a mere disagreement, they had no idea that spiritually you were spiraling, right? And the only reason that you were spiraling is because it was like your body was getting ready for the final release, okay? Because this was a lot of like pent up anger. This was a lot of stored trauma. And this was a lot of trauma binding, right? And it's like breaking free from all of that. So it's like, now that you broke free from the curses, the dark magicians, the spiritual warfare, and it's just you, it's just like your body is expressing like, you know, like, tell me we're safe again. Tell me we're protected. Tell me that this is not going to happen to us again. And it's like talking about it, right? Like the other day, I was here and like a situation had happened, and the first thing I did was I picked up the pattern. I said, now why do I feel this way? Right? And so once I said, well, why do I feel this way? I used to think that I would just reply, and I would just reply like verbally to myself. But I also, this time was different because I paid attention to what my body was feeling. And so there was a moment for me, like, without me saying much of anything, I just started crying, right? Because it was just like, there was just a little bit left. Something was, for you, it was like, there was a little bit left, but it had to be brought to the surface, right? Like, you had to release it. Like, whatever this was, you had to release it to finally move on, you know? Like, let's say if you came from a really abusive, toxic home, or you came from a really abusive, toxic home, and you came out of a really even more abusive, toxic community, and you don't know people to be nice, and you don't know people to like look out for you, and you think everybody's the same, right? And then you get put in a space where your spiritual team wants you to know you're protected, okay? Even if somebody has ill intentions and they're around you, it's not going to touch you. These people are not going to come near you. We're not going to allow these people to ever impact you the way you were harassed and tormented ever again, right? And your guides are just telling you this. And it's like your body's attuning to the words your guides are saying, and you're releasing. It feels like that. It feels like, but this had to happen from a sense of a disagreement with a friend, disagreement with a family member, or disagreement with a partner. Like this tower moment, like Job, this tower moment had to happen, okay? And I feel like you also have to know that God in you, universe, infinite source, would not put you in a position to ever be surrounded by people or have relationships like that ever again. God doesn't take you out of one situation to put you back in another situation where you got to deal with that same toxic energy. You got to deal with that same creepy neighbor. Like, not ever. Like, I feel like I have to let somebody know, not ever again. It's not ever going to happen again. The universe won't allow it. Your spiritual team won't allow it. And especially since you did the work, your higher self and your body will not allow this to happen to you ever again. Okay? So Somebody wants to make it right, and somebody is, I mean, this person could have a military background, but somebody wants to, I don't want to say let bygones be bygones, because you weren't really battling this person. This feels like make amends. Like somebody wants to make amends with you. Like, sorry that this happened, or I didn't realize to the extent of which, you know, what you've been through had really impacted you. Somebody wants to do this. Can you clarify this? It was either you or them. I'm glad you chose you. Reverse. This just looks like, I hate when we fight and then it's like war zone. So maybe this is somebody who chose to pick a fight with you. This person could have chose like you for all the wrong reasons. Maybe you trigger them. Maybe who you are, what you do triggers them. And they're just like, oh, I'm going to pick a fight with this person, or I'm going to like go toe to toe with this person on an energetic level. And it's just like, you know. Get some rest right now. It's been a long time coming. Safe travels are forever ahead. That's in reverse, but pile 3, I don't think it's in reverse for you. I think it's in reverse for whoever chose to come up against you. So look at this, right? We have get some rest, and it was either you or them. I'm glad you chose you, but these are in reverse. So somebody could have been manipulating your resting periods or messing with you during the times you're supposed to be resting. And there's something, and they could have been trying to stop you from traveling also. Safe travels are forever ahead. Whatever a person goes through in regards to you is because of what they have done, okay? So we see that this person, safe travels is in reverse, right? Which means what? They have tried to do something, or they have tried to cause some sort of issues in, or some sort of harm while you were traveling, okay? Get some rest. That's in reverse, which means they tried to mess with you while you were sleeping. All right. Forever ahead in reverse. This person was stopped, right? This is somebody who thought that they could do this. It's like a pattern, and I'm hearing like a humming or an incantation. Like somebody thought that they had you figured out because they knew your steps, okay? And that could be literally. They knew, okay, this person's going to go to the kitchen. They're going to make something to eat. Okay, then they're going to go, you know, out for a walk in nature. And I'm going to make sure that I'm just a complete nuisance. Now, whatever this person thought to do is what they're about to experience. But they're about to experience this on such a level where it's uncomfortable for them, right? But that's what they were trying to cause for you. They were trying to cause discomfort. So rather than you giving into this energy, yeah. And military card is in reverse. I don't think, it's either this person's never been in the military or they're inactive. They could be a veteran, right? But whatever this energy is, right? You have to know that people like this, no matter what energy they're carrying, they don't ever get away with it. I can see if you were trying to get under this person's skin. I see this person deliberately trying to get under your skin to make you react to them so that they could have some form of energy. Like somebody who wanted just to be a pain in your side because they could be a pain in your side, right? And now that has reversed. So, and you saw it from a higher perspective of, you know what? Whatever energy this person is holding on to, let me release it from within me. And that was the best, most mature thing you could have done. Because now, energetically, this person cannot harm you. They cannot manipulate you in such a way where they used to before. And then I also see like somebody wanting to, like harm is definitely here. Somebody wanted to cause you a spiritual harm, okay? Somebody did not want you to feel safe in your own home. They wanted you alone, but they did not want you to feel safe. Everything this person has tried to cause you, pile 3, is what they are now experiencing or they're about to go through, but they're about to go through it in the worst levels possible. That's why person also wanted you. Person has a lot of options. Like this could resonate with pile 1, but I also see this as somebody did not want you to have a social life. They didn't, like, whoever this person is, they didn't want you to have friends. They didn't want you to have a partner. They just wanted you to be lonely and alone, and woe is you. And every time you went to sleep, they started messing with you. It feels like that. Like, I remember when I like lived in my childhood home, right? And you know, it was a part of the inner city because it was always like the same group of people, right? And so there came a point where there was like a huge thing with, like, this person would just slam doors, right? That's all they did. This person would live under me and just slam doors. Slam doors here, everywhere. Slam doors wherever there was a door, right? And that building was an old building, so the structure was pretty much set up the same way. So all the bathrooms were in the same area, all the bedrooms in the same area, all the kitchens in the same area. And this person would hear me walk, because there used to be creaks and stuff, and just slam doors all day. As soon as I'd come outside, this person would come outside, right? So for me, I can always sense, like, because of that experience, I can always sense creep energy. Like when somebody is just like, they're a nuisance or they want to be creepy just to be creepy, I can always pick that up before anything. It doesn't matter if they have conversation, doesn't matter if they smile. I can always pick that energy up because of what I've been through. Now, this is like you dealing with somebody, right? And you are not looking at this person as an individual. You can't. Because at some point in time, if you get to the point certain energies are following you, that's because there are certain shadow aspects that need to be dealt with. Okay? So if you find yourself, you've moved to a different state, you moved in an area, and you find yourself dealing with the same energy, whatever that energy might do, try to manipulate your sleeping patterns, try to go out when you're going out, try to do this, try to do that. Understand that the best thing you could do, which is what you've already done, reflect. You're not there anymore. You're not attracting that energy anymore. This is not. Don't focus on what you don't want. I want this energy around me now. Now that I'm in a different space, energetically, spiritually, even physically. And I guarantee you, this massive release that you have done puts you in a position that you are no longer going to be surrounded by people who just want to pick with you and pick on you because they think they can. Okay? And a lot of the people who pick on you, or a lot of people who want to bully you behind the scenes, I call them like faceless bullies, right? Because they won't ever show their face. But behind closed doors, they're just like trying to bully you. Okay? One thing you have to understand about these people is that when the time comes, you will either be there to witness what is happening to them, or you will be put in a position where you no longer have to physically, energetically, or spiritually be around these people ever again. And that's why it makes so much sense as why I'm emphasizing you focus on, for your desired reality, what you want rather than what you don't want. It's like it's like an energetic leech. They were trying to hold on to this, whatever energy or whatever level of grief that you had left in you, and you released that. So now they can't hold on to that, you know? So get some rest for now. It's been a long time coming. Safe travels are forever ahead. I'm not going to lie to you. This person it's either one or two things. Either they're going to be afraid to face you, or they will be afraid to step outside. And you got to think about it. If it gets to a point a person is afraid to go outside because of what they did to you, can you imagine the things that they were doing that they were not supposed to do? To the point they don't even want to come in, where it was so easy for them to, okay, when you go outside, I'll go outside. They want to be Casper the Ghost now. Could you imagine what they must have been doing? Okay, so let's clarify this. And you're very intuitive, so the thing is, you'll know, like, you'll pick up on energy quick. If somebody's by your door and should not be, if somebody's, residing under you and they're slamming doors because they want to get in and under your skin, if somebody is trying to manipulate your sleep process or your social relationships because they want you alone so they can take advantage of you, whatever it is, you're going to pick it up intuitively, and you're going to pick it up energetically, and you're going to shield and protect yourself from that. All right? So somebody, and then you have people, and it could be the same people that saw you as like a nobody, you have no rank, you have no, the same people who saw you as a nobody that's looking at you as a somebody now. You have some of these people afraid of you because you can see right through them. It doesn't matter what they present to you. You know what I mean? They can present the brightest smile. They can present the sternest tone and the sternest face. You see right through them. And that scares the shit out of these people. Build in the Carolinas, that's in reverse. So north and south, right? So there's an area you're thinking about moving to, or you would like to move to, and there are certain regions. So it's making me feel like stay away from the north and the south regions of wherever it is you want to move to, because there's something there. Can you clarify this part? There's something like, and it's not about a specific person or people. There's something there, like there's an energetic presence or there's an entity there that just can really, you want to talk about mind control? Yeah, so wherever the area is, it could be like a place that spiritually puts people at a disadvantage and it keeps divine counterparts apart. Because what came out was talk about the 38-year-old man and Jesus telling him to walk. But that's in reverse. And this is a Nefertari and Ramses II Menelik, but that's in reverse also. Yeah. Be careful where you invest in, where you move to next. Because there are certain parts where it's not conducive. Not for high-level soulmates and not for people with gold dreams and aspirations. It's like me having a goal, dream, and aspiration, right? And then I move out of the place that was like torturous and tormenting. And then I make all this money. I'm so successful. I'm so like high ranking now. And then it's like equivalent to me saying, you know what? Let me go back to the hood. Doesn't make sense, right? So this is something to where if you know, like that area that you're thinking about, and in the back of your mind, you're thinking, it does not make sense to go back there. And for someone, it could be in a sense of home, like a childhood home. It does not make sense to go back there. Do not go back there, right? You didn't put in all this time, this effort, and this work just to go back to the same people who had like dead end energy. That's what I'm getting. Like this energy feels like you're not going to go anywhere fast. You'll go nowhere fast. Like, don't go back there. You needed the darkness to appreciate the sun. Yeah. You needed the reflection. You needed that time alone. Whoever thought that they were isolating you, they were making you lonely and alone, and woe is you, you have no friends, you have nobody to rely on, you have nobody to count on, you have no partner. Whoever was doing that, they put you in the best position possible. Because when you isolate, you elevate. And all the things they thought they took away from you, it gets amplified. Like Job. Double. Right? Somebody wanted you to have no friends. Now you're going to have a plethora of friends. Somebody wanted you to have no partnership. Now you're going to have plethoras of partnerships. Somebody wanted you to have no options in love. Now you have your divine counterpart. That's the best option possible. And it all started with wanting you to be alone because they felt like they could do what? Get under your skin. And they can't. All right, so let's talk about this. This person from a distance. And when I say this person from a distance, who's ever watching you from a distance with this level of admiration, I don't feel like you live anywhere near this person. I feel like this person could be in a whole nother country. This person's not, whoever this person is, they're not around you, but they know you, okay? Add a luxury resort to your profile or portfolio. Profile. Huge profits. Okay. So I say that like somebody could be checking out if you have a profile somewhere, somebody could be checking out your profile, or somebody could be checking out your portfolio, your line of work, your photos. Somebody wants to invest in you. And this is also giving me like soft life energy. Okay. There's a Lana Del Rey song where she goes, I forgot the words. She mentioned something about uh, soft ice cream. Hmm. It's like the way she describes the day, right? She's like, oh, the part where she says, now it's time to eat soft ice cream. You guys are gonna know what song I'm talking about. If I remember the song, I'll put it up. But I forgot the name of the song. But it's something like that. It's like whoever this person is, they want to make life very simple for you. It's like I also feel like whoever this person is, like they can tell whether through your story or listening to you or following you. I feel like you could have social media. Somebody knows or can see like spiritually or energetically you have been through a lot. So it's like all they want to do is just give you a much simpler life, right? This is like simple. This is simple living. You don't have to worry about people or it's something like I'm seeing a lot of land and I'm seeing a huge house, but it's like by the countryside. And it's like somebody, you don't have neighbors or anything. That's like, there's no neighbors, it's just you and this huge house. But it's like this person also. And I also see like a wait staff. There's something about that. Like somebody wants to give you a life that's very like, like, it's like you can finally drop your shoulders and just relax, you know? And trust me, whoever this person is that's watching you from another country, it's not because you're primed and prissy and you were born with a gold diamond spoon in your mouth. It's because they know you've been through hell and back. Okay, so one more card and then I'll close out. What a perfect way to, this is not a closeout, but what a perfect way to end this reading. The card that came out was you have passed. Gods are asking what you would like as a reward. So pile 3, think about what you would like. Remember we talked about your desired reality in the beginning? Think about that. What is the reward? What kind of reward would you like? Because whatever test this was, you definitely passed it. Okay? So what do you want as a reward? Think about it. And make it detailed too. Make it long and detailed as possible. Okay, close out the read. Okay. That has to do with thy youth. Your beauty will not ever fade, only enhance. Oh yeah. This is a glow up. Desired reality, it's like not just what you want, who you want around you, how do you look? How are you dressed? What do you look like? What's your feeling? Are you always feeling happy? What kind of, just anything, just think about it, right? But aesthetics, what do you want to look like? That's exactly what you're going to look like. How do you want to move? How do you want to walk? There's something about the way you walk also, or you're going to develop a certain walk, okay? And I say that because on Pinterest, there's a woman, I believe she lives around or in the area of Milan, Italy, but she has this walk that when you see her walk and she's walking in like the finest outfits and it's like people stop and stare, but her walk is so captivating, right? It's something like that. Like there's a walk that you develop into this desired reality. People are gonna know you for your walk. Like as soon as they see you pass by, they'll say, oh, that's so-and-so. Wow. 2 more? You know, one of those readings where you don't want the reading to stop, it feels like that. Okay, so the next card that came out was, do you know how loved and adored you are? No idea. You have no idea. You're loved and adored because of the triumphs and tribulations, trials and tribulations, and the way you triumph over all of that. Like, your story is captivating. Right? I feel like your life story is your walk, and people are so captivated by it. So keep walking, pile 3. One more. So it's best to control the direction of the wind as opposed to the wind itself, but that's in reverse, and that came out in The first area for the desired reality, Pile 3, do not, when it comes to you creating your desired reality, do not leave anything up to somebody else's definition of the type of life you should be leading. It's your desired reality, not another person's desired reality for you. This is yours. You own it. You grip it moment to moment. Moment to moment, you decide your desired reality. What does it look like? How do you want to transition into your desired reality? Okay, I'll give you one more card because this is a good read. So you have a decision maker card, and it says you can't possibly tell me you love this person, but that's in reverse, right? So even the people, right? Because it's something about your light. Even the people who are looking at, like, let's say you're the topic of discussion, right? And somebody says, oh, well, I hate this person because X, Y, and Z. And then it's like they get the chance to experience you, or to have a and experience in a sense of like see your light, have a conversation with you, just talk to you, right? And then it's like they think back to what the person said, and it's just like, you can't possibly tell me. Like, all right, you dislike Pile 3, why? And it's like not having the right reasons, or not even having an excuse. Oh, I don't know, I just don't like them. Like, it feels like that. But Pile 3, you're just a well-rewarded person. You made the right decisions. You have made the right choices for yourself and everybody involved. And now, Infinite Source, God, your guardian angels, even your higher self is telling you deserve the best of the best and nothing less. And write the best of the best. Walk the best of the best. Desire the best of the best. It's already yours, Pile 3. That's your reading.